What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Oketra. Hope you're ready to jump in that litter box, defend the cats. Oh, we're playing against Marath. Awesome, man. We're playing Oketra, a breaker of boxes. She will free the cats from the boxes. I don't know what that means, but I like it. Let's get Oketra back up. There we go. Okay. Now, as far as opening hand goes, we do have planes. Stromzek, we have a lot of our tokens in the hand, but I'm going to keep on this one. We're on the draw. Yeah, we're going to keep. We'll make this work. Yeah, it's okay. But yes, welcome to some Oketra. We are playing Oketra. She has double strike and indestructible. She can't attack or block unless there's 3 other creatures on the battlefield, or at least we control 3 other creatures. Then for 4 mana, create a 1/1 white warrior creature token with vigilance. See what we draw into? Draw into Mask of Memory. Okay, let's go to get the planes down. Anything else? Now we're going to go in past turn. Playing against Marath. Will of the Wild. Enters the battlefield with a number of counters equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. X, remove X plus 1 counters from it, then choose one. I'll cover what those options are in just a second. Let's go. Oh, awesome. Drawn to Marble. Let's go and get the planes down. Let's go and go for the Marble Diamond. Hopefully we get the lane drop next turn. Then we go for Oketra and get some of our tokens down and kind of start rallying from there. So as far as that X, remove X plus 1 counters from it. Choose one. Put X counters on target creature. X can't be 0. Deals damage to a creature. And then created 0 XX green elemental creature token. Okay. See what we draw into. Bramaz. Wait, that's a nice little clock. Let's go and get down Bramaz. Start swinging in, get those cats on the battlefield and doing some damage. Love it. But yeah, as far as this build of Oketra, this is, we have some value creatures in here. We're running about 18 creatures in here. And we're also running a lot of token generators because Oketra, she was really unique to build for. Getting to that requirement of having 4 creatures on the battlefield, like including Oketra, it didn't seem like it'd be that hard, but it was a little, I'm trying to think how to say it, I don't know. Let's go ahead and go for Banisher Priest. That way we can get Bramaz in. I like that. Let's get this down. Banisher Priest. Adios, muchacho. Get out of here, Marath. Marath, whatever you say his name is. Okay, we're going to come in hot with Bramaz, and this will put us in a spot where if we get the lane drop next turn, we're going to be online to get down Oketra, and we'll have that double strike because we have this cat token on the battlefield. Oh, yeah. There we go. Looking at 4, puts him down to 26. Anything else? No, we're going to go past turn. Okay. Yeah, so as far as Oketra goes, this is we're running about 20 creatures in here. We're running a lot of token generators. You can see we have a lot of them in the hand. We have Servo Expedition. We have Strom's Expertise and Secure the Waste. We're also running some Voltron packages in here. You may have noticed that we have Mask of Memory. Not a huge Voltron package, but still good. And I'll cover some of the key pieces here in just a second. How do we want to sequence this? Now, we don't have enough mana for Entrapment Maneuver. So let's go ahead and go. And we can't get down Oketra. Now, we don't really want to sack one of our, exile one of our planes. We're just looking at 2 right now. Let's go ahead and go. Let's get down the Weathered Wayfarer. Let's get down the Mask of Memory. That way we're going to be online to activate the Weathered Wayfarer, and we can get into spots where we can grab an Ancient Tomb and then still get down Oketra the following turn. Now, here's the important thing. Do we want to swing with Bramaz? We're going to get a cat token. Nah, I think we're okay. Let's just go and pass it off. We have enough bodies for Oketra. That's kind of what matters right now. Okay. But yeah, as far as the Voltron pieces in here, hey, we are running Mask of Memory, and we're running a lot of cheap tokens as a way to kind of turn Oketra online. So for simply 2 mana, we just need 2 bodies on the battlefield. That's what we're going for. Same thing with Strom's Expertise. It allows us to put 3 servo creature tokens onto the battlefield. Then we can cast a spell for 3 or less, which is usually going to be a lot of our Voltron pieces. Return to Dust. Okay. But yeah, as far as some of our Voltron pieces, we're looking at, we do have the Sword of Feast and Famine, Sword of Fire and Ice. We have the Loxodon Warhammer. We have the Stratascythe. We also have the Oketra's Monument, which is really good. Love it. A lot of fun. Okay, and our opponent just blasted our Weathered Wayfarer. See if we can get, hopefully draw into another planes or something. Flagstones. That's something. Let's get down Flagstones. And they're just going to be able to keep taking that off and kind of dealing that damage. Let's go for, I guess at this point, we'll just go ahead and go for the Servo. It's a sorcery. We'll just get those bodies on the battlefield. That's what we're looking for at this point. Okay, then we're going to go and pass turn. Hopefully we get the lane drop. Yeah, the Marath activation took care of the Weathered Wayfarer. That's unfortunate. But yeah, so we have the Oketra's Monument's really good in the deck. I really enjoyed that, especially if you have a lot of your like little low drops or 1 drops. And then we also have the what is it? It's the God, what is his name? I'm trying to Bygone Bishop. Bygone Bishop. Yes, sorry. By God, love Bygone Bishop. Getting those clue tokens by just simply casting your creatures always feels so good. So he's in here. We also have Palace Jailer. It's another way to kind of become the Monarch and get into spots where we can kind of get a little bit extra card draw. And we're also running just a few more token generators and just a nice little suite of just kind of artifact ramp stuff. But we did get hit with the Return to Dust, which kind of slowed us down for a little bit. Oh yeah, and we do have Mentor of the Meek, another good way. Because when you're playing mono white, it is exceptionally hard to get any card draw going. That's always a little bit of a bummer. Not a bummer. It's just there's not a lot of stuff there for card draw. All right, John Doe plays. Let's go and get the planes down. Okay, now at this point, they're not really going to be swinging in. Let's go ahead and go for Oketra. That way we can set up the double strike. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's go for Oketra. Get her down. We do have entrapment maneuver, which is a lot of fun. I'll cover that. I realize we just haven't covered that yet. Do you want to swing into a board of 3/3s? They could block with Bramaz. I like pushing in with the Bramaz. You know, maybe we... Let's see. They remove a counter, deal 1 damage, and they block on the... They have to chump block 2, and we'll get an extra cat token. I think we're okay with it at this point. Yeah, let's go send in Bramaz. They've got, let's see, yeah, get an extra cat soldier swinging in. You know, if they want to chop block on the elemental, they have a few extra mana, and I doubt we're going to see a Marath block. They could, if they want to get a lot more +1 counters on there. But they're going to have to tap out. It's going to be 5/7. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they're going to have 2 mana left over if that's what they want to tap out for. Okay, so we got the Mentor of the Meek blocking on the cat soldier token. You got the elemental blocking. Let's go ahead and shift these blockers around. Okay, Marath hit the command zone. Anything else? No, we're just going past her. Okay. So now we do have Oketra, not Oketra, Karametra, not Karametra. That's what I was trying to say, Oketra, but then Oketra just kind of popped out. Now we do have Oketra online because we're at 4 other creatures on the battlefield. So we can go for that. If we do hit another planes, we may end up going for the extra planar lens. And if they get some sort of big creature out there, we can go for entrapment and maneuver. But look at that, man. Entrapment maneuver. Love it. Target player sacrifices an attacking creature. You create X/1/1 white soldier tokens where X is that creature's toughness. Love it. Fun card for the deck. I haven't got to use it yet, but I'm hoping. Got my fingers crossed. Okay. So we have a 7/7 on the battlefild. Let's see what we draw into. Draw into. And we have our own We have our very own Mentor of the Meek. Okay, so now if we go for extra planar lens, I think I like that. We can go and push in with Oketra if we want to. Yeah, let's go and swing it with Oketra. She's indestructible. Why not? Cat God. She's gonna be breaker of cat boxes, of litter boxes. Okay. That's 6. Connect for 6 total commander damage. Let's go ahead and... So if we go extra planar lens, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 mana next turn. We're going to miss out on this front. Yeah, let's go ahead and go extra planar lens. I like that. Well, exile one of the tap planes. They've got 4 cards in hand. If they have another piece of, you know, artifact removal or something, yeah, so be it. Okay, so we're going to exile one of the planes. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully we hit another planes next turn, and then we can go from there. If not, we do have the Strom's expertise to kind of get a few more creatures on the battlefield. See what they're tapping out for. Adding 1 white mana. Mentor of the Meek. Okay. And then they do... It looks like they do not have enough mana to pay for that one. Okay. So they took 1 off there. Now, with them taking that 1 elemental off, that does put us in a spot to where we'll have double strike online for a catcher to kind of take care of Marath. But if they keep making those tokens, it's going to be a little hard for us to kind of chump block them there. If we can get sort of a Feast and Famine, that'd be good. That'd be something. We do have the, what is it, the Steel Shaper's Gift in here that allows us to search up a, you know, a key piece of equipment. Or Aura. And we also have a Pariah, which is a good card for us too. It looks like we're getting our tokens kind of chipped away at. We still have Strom's expertise to create 3 of them, and if they want to just keep picking them off, go for it, man. We're okay with that. Eventually, you know, if we keep hitting the mana or hit, you know, we're at turn 9 and we've only seen about 4 lands. So hopefully we kind of hit our lands, and then we'll have a nice little secure the waste to kind of reset Oketra and start swinging in. 1 to Banisher Priest. It's got a nice little +1 counter on it. Where'd that come from? I think. Man, Maybe we misclicked. Oh yeah, I bet so, I bet so, man. I think you accidentally. He's saying WTF, mate, but I think I think you accidentally clicked a +1 counter. No problem, man. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, I think our opponent put a +1 counter on Banisher Priest. Yeah, it's hey, this is an early morning video, so or maybe a late night video for our opponent. So what we'll see. But yeah, the Banisher Priest got a little extra +1 on there. So we are online for the Strom's Expertise. We'll get a few extra counters off that. Loxodon Warhammer, +3 against Trample. Let's go and go for the Strom's Expertise. That'll allow us to cast it. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Let's go Strom's Expertise. Let's cast it, if we can cast it. There we go. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4. Strom's Expertise, we're going to give this 3 servo tokens. Let's go ahead and cast the Loxodon Warhammer. We're not going to have enough mana to equip it, but at least we have it to equip the following turn. Alright, let's go and swing in. I'm not going to swing in with the Banisher Priest. If I could sacrifice it, I would. I know what our opponent was doing. If this was paper magic, I know my opponent wouldn't be like, alright, 3 damage. And then, no, 2 damage, and we're going to give it a +1 counter. I know they wouldn't do that, so I'm not going to do that to our opponent. So we'll let them. So we're connecting we have 12 total commander damage, down to 14. We do have the Loxodon Warhammer that we're going to be able to equip for 3. That's going to turn Oketra into a 6/6 double strike with trample, which is going to be a nice little chunk of damage. Let's get Marath back up. So we're looking at, I think this has been the 3rd trip to the command zone, so we're looking at 5, 7, 9, around 9 mana, I think. We're looking at, that may be that, but that's what they're tapping out for. Can't remember exactly how many trips has been sent back. But yeah, Marath, man, pretty fun little commander. My one of my paper buddies, to get him into commander, he didn't play a lot of Magic, and I wanted him to get into commander because my thinking was, I was at a card store one day and they had the whatever Marath, whatever set he was in, they were available, and I remember sitting there being like, hey, if I buy him a commander deck, then he has to get into commander. So I did. I bought him a commander deck just to be nice, and that was the first deck that I bought him, and we played it a bunch, and that kind of got him into the game of commander. So yeah, if you got a buddy that wants to play commander and you have the funds for it and you want to buy him a commander deck, or even if you want to make him a nice little budget deck or something like that, go for it. It's always a lot of fun. Okay, so we got Mentor of the Meek coming down. They made a nice little 1/1 elemental, and then are they going for the hideaway? If you have power 10 or greater, so we're looking. Yeah, they do have enough for the Mossbridge. I keep thinking Mossbridge Troll, but it's Mosswart Bridge. Okay, so we're going to go for a Loxodon Warhammer equip on this one. Increasing Devotion, which we do have enough for that. Let's go ahead and let's go for the Loxodon Warhammer. We're going to put it on Oketra. Actually, let's tap 1 Plains and then tap the Flagstones. So we're going to get that on there. 6/6 double strike. Oh yeah. And then I guess at this point, I'm not going to swing in with the Banisher Priest. I'm just going to hold up the Banisher Priest, and I'm not going to block because we knew what our opponent was trying to do. But I think on this one, we do have a nice little Secure the Waste. So what I think we want to do is, let's go and swing in, see if we can catch some of those elementals. We just kind of want to push as much damage through as we can. You know, we are looking at double strike. They are tapped out. We do have 12 total commander damage that we've dealt, and if we can clean up some of these elemental creature tokens, we want to get into spots where this Marath just doesn't have a lot of commander. Has a lot of the commander tax is just the rent is too high. Okay, so we're going to chump block. These servo tokens are going to trade, because that's the cool thing with Secure the Waste being in an instant speed. You can get to the beginning of your combat step and then get into position to where you you can just simply dump your hand, get some creatures on the battlefield, and then kind of have a nice little attacking spot. Or let's say that your opponent's going to swing in with a creature that they normally wouldn't swing in with, so you pop Secure the Waste for at least you know, giving you the correct amount of creatures to go for, and then yeah, pretty cool. You can have an active Oketra. Okay, so at this point, anything else? No, we're going to go on past turn. We don't have enough for Entrapment Maneuver. We are at turn 10. We've only seen 4 lands. Hopefully we see a land here soon. I would enjoy that. It'd be pretty nice. But if not, we can make it work because we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll be just enough to tap out for Secure the Waste, kind of swing in through for some nice trample damage, depending on what they get out there. And if they're simply recasting their commander, then we can, really force them to kind of keep chump blocking the cat god, the breaker of boxes, breaker of litter boxes. When I kept making Oketra, I just kept, what it was is if you don't follow Christine Sprankle, she's a cosplayer. She did Oketra for Grand Prix Vegas. Go look her up, or I'll try and put a link down in the description. But she did cosplay for Oketra, and then there's a box at the there was a box at the GP Vegas where she just got in the box, and it was just like, it reminded me of like cats. Like I don't know, I just loved it. It was great. It was a lot of fun. It was just her in her cosplay sitting in a box. So I was like, okay, all right, we got Oketra, a box breaker, protector of the cats, even your house cat at the house. So all right. So we've got an 11/11 Marath coming across. And we do have 2 active mana coming across, too. Let's see. But we still have Secure the Waste. See if we hit a Plains. Oh, man, we do. Finally, kind of busting this bad boy open. All right, so we're looking at Mosswort Bridge. If we go Increasing Devotion, that's going to be a nice little chunk of change. If we can still hold on to, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, 7 total mana. So we can't go for Increasing Devotion. I mean, we can, but I'm trying to figure out if we want to go for Mentor of the Meat, get that down. Let's go ahead and go Increasing Devotion. We'll have the flashback out of the graveyard. Maybe we hit another Plains. Eventually we're going to get onto it. And then it still gives us spots where we can hold on to Secure the Way. So let's go Increasing Devotion. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, as far as this build of Oketra, I did try and go in Oketra Hate Bears, kind of like almost a Thalia style deck. Man, it was not good. Wasn't good. And so at this point now, it's pretty good. I like the token build a lot better. We're not necessarily going heavy tokens. We're mainly just going tokens to make sure that we have Oketra turned online. And then if we have some extra tokens that can swing in, it's just nice. So definitely enjoy that. Okay, so we're going to be swinging in 6/6, double strike, trample, lifelink. Oh, yes. We're going to get ahead on that life total. Hopefully we can just keep this Marath down. Keep swinging with the cat. Keep clawing away at the door. Let us out. Oketra wants out. She's tired of being in the house, beating a combat. Okay, and once again, we are not swinging in with the Banisher Priest because our opponent meant to kill our Banisher Priest, not give it a +1 counter. So that's why we're holding back on it. We will not be swinging in. We know what our opponent meant. I know there's mistakes on Magic Online, but if you know what your opponent was doing and you can help it, which is what we were trying to do. Trying to make it go for that. Actually, oh dang it. I wanted to order the blockers differently. Yeah, it's okay. Alright, take care of the Grand Abolisher. We get 4 damage dealt over there. And then, I meant to sequence it to where Marath was going to have more total across there. I accidentally double-clicked through there. That is what it is. Okay. So, if we hit the land drop next turn, we're going to have Increasing Devotion for flashback. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Flashback is 9 on that one, so we're going to have 8, 9. We'll have exactly enough when we hit the plane so we can flashback the Increasing Devotion back out of the graveyard to where if they want to spend their entire turn like blasting all of our tokens, they can go for that. And then we're just slowly going to be getting like just little elemental dudes on the battlefield that's slowly going to chip away. But you can see where the Loxodon Trample is really making a huge difference on this one. Okay, enters the command zone. Increasing Devotion out of the graveyard. We have nothing for 2, so we'll just go and pass the turn. And then if they do swing in for some reason, then we're not going to go for the Mentor of the Meek. Okay, our opponent. Let's see what they're tapping out for. Maybe another Marath. But we get into spots where we just start swinging in with our human tokens, and we can slowly get it done. If we hit a Plains, we'll be on that one. We also do have Elesh Norn in the deck as a way to kind of buff our creatures, so that would be a nice draw to kind of get rid of all those elementals and apply like in a -2 to our opponent's creatures. Other stuff that would be good, we have Gauntlet of Power in the deck. We also have Archangel of Ties, so we can get her down and make it to where there's attacks on them if they want to block. And we also have Always Watching, so that's another good way for us to kind of pump our, non-token creatures, but it'll give a nice little bonus to Oketra, though, which will be nice to have. So, and then if we just draw into any more of our pump pieces, our Voltron pieces for Oketra, we can just simply put it on there with that trample from the Loxodon Warhammer. It's going to matter. We got Sword of the Animist, we have Sword of Fire and Ice, Sword of Feast and Famine, the Stratus Scythe, and then Yeah, a lot of fun stuff. Okay, see what we draw into. It's a nice little board state. I like this. It's pretty fun. She's been a fun commander so far. Ancient Den. Okay, it's not a Plains, but I'll take it. Let's go and get down Ancient Den. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 total mana. Let's see. We can just swing in with the whole crew. We're not going to swing in with the Banisher Priest. So yeah, let's go and do that. Let's go and swing in Oketra and all the humans. They have 2 mana. They can blast some of the soldiers. Coming in. All of these attack. And once again, we're not swinging with the Banisher Priest because our opponent meant to kill it earlier and it should be in the graveyard. So we have Mentor of the Meek blocking on one of the soldier tokens. We're going to be connecting for 4. We're just going to put our opponent down to 5. We go to 66. Look at that life gain. Love it. And then I guess let's just go ahead and go for Mentor of the Meek. You know, if we want to, if we hold up Entrapment Maneuver and they attack for some reason with Marath, I mean, we're not going to block with Banisher Priest. We do have a huge Secure the Waste that we can just do. Yeah, let's go and hold on. Yeah, I thought about going for Mentor of the Meek, but they're at 5. Elemental token, yeah. So what we can is we get into spots where we can just dump Secure the Waste for a bunch of creatures and then kind of go from there. And then if something happens to them, you know, we can do it at the end of our opponent's turn. We also have the flashback on Increasing Devotion. If we hit another Plains, we can just simply reset from there. So I'm okay with that. And especially if they're banking on just making a bunch of elementals to kind of stop us from blocking. But we are at 66 life total, man. Look at that Warhammer putting in some work. The kitty cat meow god. But yeah, Oketra's pretty fun. If you're going to build her, I would definitely suggest going to build like this kind of cheap tokens. It's a really good way to kind of get some nice board state going. You could get into spots where you run a lot more kind of crusade type effects where like white creatures get +1/+1 or creatures you control get +1/+1. That's definitely something you could go for. So if that's something you want to do. All right, so we're looking at, let's count the bodies. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to have 6 bodies. They can make a few more. So we're looking at tapping out for it'll be 7 bodies. Yeah, so we definitely want to make some, we want to dump a pretty nice big Secure the Waste. And if they, for some reason, they swing in with Marath, you know, we've got this nice little entrapment maneuver. Love it. Okay, so we get the Elder Enduring Scale Lord. You put that, I mean, whenever 1 or more +1 counters are put on another creature, you may put a +1 counter on it. Okay. Get that down. Anything else they've got going on? So we've got a Cultivate getting fired off. And that's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's still 5 bodies and 2 mana. They can create a couple more elementals if they want to be chump blockers. But I really like to Secure the Waste. And if we catch something swinging in, like Marath, are you going to swing in there? Oh, nope, no swinging in. Okay, fair enough. Let's go and go for a nice little Secure the Waste. So we're looking at white. It'll be nice. We just want a lot of bodies on the battlefield. Secure the Waste for 7. That's going to be 11 total humans. And then that'll be 12 with our bodies. We're looking at 5 blockers, 7. So it should, I think that'll be just enough to close it out. We'll see. Draw into another Plains. It's going to get the Plains down. So that's going to put us online for flashback on the Increasing Devotion. So let's go and push in on this one. Once again, not swinging with Banisher Priest. It was meant to be killed earlier. Attack, all of these. Go, humans, go. I love the cat god. How flavorful is that? The cat god finally controls the humans. It says, go, go, my minions. I'm the breaker of kitty boxes. It's just dumb. Gotta have fun in Commander sometimes. Okay, so we're pushing in. We've got, we're doing good considering that we were on like 3 lands for a million turns. Okay, so we've got some activations. Let's see what they're going for. Once again, we still have the Increasing Devotion out of the graveyard for a little bit of shenanigans. Okay, so we're looking at 4 mana being tapped. 5. Do we have a fog effect? Okay, we've got the Mossfort Bridge. Destroy all creatures that can't be regenerated. Okay. Okay. It's going to kill everybody. Adios, muchachos. But we're going to still hold on to Oketra, which is really nice. And then we can just re-rack with and we still have Mentor of the Meek in the hand, and we can go for the Increasing Devotion out of the graveyard. Okay. So, destroy all creatures that can't be regenerated. So that should take care of everything over here on this side of the battlefield. Other than that, yeah, we're going to be able to re-rack on this one. Okay. 4 damage target player. Puts it down to 62. Hang in there, buddy. What's going on, man? I'm not. I don't know. Don't be so hard on yourself. Oh, okay. Good game, man. Yeah, I guess they thought they would have. I don't know. Yeah, even if you go for the route, it still has tramp. That's what it was. Opponent forgot about tramples, so. Hey man, mistakes like that happen, especially on a long game, so don't beat yourself up. But yeah, sweet. I love our opponent's deck. Got the full art nickel bolus lands, and it looks pretty cool, man. I love playing against Marath. I haven't played against him in a long time. So, alright everybody, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.